What's up, everyone? Connor here, back with another book review. This time it is for John Gardner's Grendel. Read this in a day, just to get it sort of over and done with, because I knew this would be a nice, quick, sort of easier read. So that way I could focus more on reading Lord of the Rings, which I'm currently reading for the first time. So I wanted to give myself a bit longer to read that over my challenge, which, if you aren't aware of what I'm currently doing, I'm doing a 12-month, 12-book challenge. So I'm aiming to read at least one book every single month of the year. So far, we had the Iliad for January, the Fall of Arthur for February, and the Odyssey for March. And then this was the book for April. Obviously, it's still April. I'm currently reading Lord of the Rings, which essentially will be April and May to give me some more time. Yeah, I mean, like I said, nice quick sort of read. Almost towards the start, there was a little bit more boring for me towards the start. Almost didn't finish it, but I decided to stick it through because it was such a short book. Glad I did in the end, to be honest. You know, there were some cool themes in here. I really like the theme of existentialism with Grendel questioning himself, you know, the universe and his place in it. Yeah, I wasn't too keen on them sort of humanizing Grendel, especially when it came to how he was reacting with like some of the humans. You know, it would have been nice to see more of a ferocious sort of side to Grendel. I do think this book would have maybe done better had it leaned more into the horror aspects of Grendel. I think that would have been really, really cool. But again, that's just my opinion. I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who think this is a masterpiece, and they're right to think that. For me personally, it was good, but it could have been better. Obviously, it's quite short, as you can see. So, like, I think 120 something pages, not including the notes on the text, about 140 total. But yeah, overall, I think I gave it about an 8 out of 10. Like I said, could have been better, but still good. Still would recommend it, especially for those that have read Beowulf or are planning to read Beowulf. I would recommend reading this afterwards. Yeah, it is a good read. Obviously, it expands on Grendel in there, tells us a bit more about Grendel and his sort of life. Obviously, it jumps throughout time for a few certain bits. You know, we spend a bit of time way before he attacks the Hall, and way before obviously Beowulf is introduced in the story. In fact, if I remember correctly, I think Beowulf is introduced, I think, either in the last chapter or the second to last chapter, but he's never even named. So obviously, you know, for those who haven't read Beowulf and read this, they're probably going to be a bit confused about who the guy at the end was. But yeah, let me know if you've read this, what your thoughts were. Let me know down in the comments, you know, what are your favourite books, favourite authors, favourite genres, you know, anything book related at all. You have any recommendations? Feel free to drop them down in the comments section. Feel free to, you know, like, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying this sort of content. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see from this channel. Obviously, you know, I'm still sort of fairly new at making this sort of book content. And obviously it's just me and my phone sitting in my bookshelf, leaning against my books, as you can see. So, yeah. Let me know in the comments what sort of stuff you want to see in the future. Any book recommendations, drop them below. I mean, I've got, obviously, the rest of this year's books all planned out. I'll share a screenshot at the end of this video of that list. I've got next year's mostly sorted out as well. So I'm going to try and keep up with this 1 book a month challenge. Obviously, there might be some months where I read more than 1 book, some months I read less than 1 book. But we will see. But next year's books are mostly looking like Star Wars books. I think so far I've got 10 out of 12 months decided, all of them Star Wars related. But I have got plenty of books that, I need to be reading. So I might try and see if I can get through them a bit quicker so I can do more. And then that way it gives me more content for you guys. Because at the end of the day, this is, this is all for me sharing my love of books with you guys. Try to encourage more people to read. Reading is good. It is fun. It is awesome. So yeah, if you haven't, go pick up that book that you need to finish reading. Go pick it up. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.